So this is Paganini's the world's most famous violin, the Il Canone. This violin's only been to the United States in San Francisco and New York City. And the third time it comes is in Columbus, Ohio. It's huge.
It's mostly that the instrument is so special and to the Genovese that they absolutely don't want anything to happen to it. I mean, it's insured for about $35 million right now.
In 2015, I led a delegation of young professionals and some other individuals to Genoa.
Genoa, Italy is our first and oldest sister city. Obviously, Christopher Columbus was born there, so it's the namesake of our city.
And so before I left, I told Tim, if I go on this trip, I want to make sure that it matters to the residents of Columbus.
We saw the violin played and we were all moved.
And so I'm thinking, wouldn't this be great if it could come to Columbus, Ohio? And so for the last almost 3.5, 4 years, we've been working to get this violin here.
It was given to the city of Genoa, bequeathed by Niccolo Paganini on his death. That was in 1840.
It lives in the city of Genoa in their city hall, and people travel from all over the world just to see it, not even to hear it.
This is a very important piece of art. We keep it under humidity control and temperature control, because it's not, if you want to maintain the music and the sound and everything, you got to be really careful about the wood, and the wood is old, so you got to preserve that.
It's still there. It's most significant because, number one, it was played by Niccolo Paganini. Niccolo Paganini is a composer, violinist, guitarist, and he completely revolutionized the way the instruments were played at the time.
Not only are these instruments really very rare and fine, but they also have this amazing history. They're hundreds of years old, and they've been played by some of the best musicians that have ever lived. Not to mention the fact that they were made by the best luthiers that have ever lived.
The violin itself is made by one of the two most famous violin makers of all time, and then both were from Cremona. There was Antonio Stradivari and there was Giuseppe Guarneri del Gesù. You put these two things together with the aura of Niccolo Paganini and Giuseppe Guarneri del Gesù, the violin maker, then it's the perfect combination. One of the things we try to do, which is part of the conservation thing, is to make sure that who is playing the instrument is, really qualified to play the instrument, because I think we'd have a line outside the door if we said that anybody could play it.
It does feel very sacred to kind of live up to the history of such a fine antique. As the instrument has been titled by Paganini, the canon, Il Canone, you just feel like with the slightest touch, the sound reverberates all over the room, into the hall, down the street. You just feel this unbridled power. I was very grateful that I was allowed to bring the strings that I usually play on to the violin, and then Bruce was able to string the violin with the strings that I'm used to.
Really, the violin hasn't changed that much, even since 1550 when they first started making the instruments, but the improvements that have been made on the violin over these years are only basically in the accessories, because everything else on the instrument is as it was.
Tonight's program is designed to honor the heritage of the violin. So most of the pieces on the concert are going to be composed by Italian composers. It's just designed to showcase the uniqueness of the instrument and also to showcase the beautiful, versatile function that the violin could have in the context of the orchestra, both as an orchestral instrument and also as a solo.
And it's not just about a concert, it's not just about a violin. It's truly about an effort to connect Columbus to the world. We believe at Greater Columbus Sister Cities that the more people that know about the great things and people from Columbus, Ohio, the better off Columbus will be.